volume nice and loud. Cause we are controlling transmission with dance beats and R&B. You're in the mix with Lil Drummer Girl. With your host, Dawn Marie.
Hey, it's Dawn Marie here. Welcome to another episode of The Little Drummer Girl. I am so stoked and excited today because I have one of my favorite bands in the house.
Joe Dickens, the drummer of Iration.
He's been drumming with Iration since 2004. Iration is an alternative reggae group consisting of musicians formed in Isla Vista, California, a deep-rooted reggae influenced with elements of rock and pop, which create smooth, original sounds. In 2008, they released their second EP, Sample This, and debuted as the third top-selling reggae album worldwide on iTunes. They released their second album in March of 2010, Time Bomb. So without further ado, let's get Joe on the line. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I know that you're doing two shows back-to-back here in St. Petersburg, and you're on the road, so I know your time is really slim, but thank you again for joining us.
No worries.
Since we're short on time, do you mind if we just jump right in?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Tell me, how old were you when you first started drumming?
Probably like 12. I originally started playing guitar and was in like a little band with some friends in Florida before I moved to Hawaii. And whenever we were on a break, I'd jump on the kit and just thought it was way more fun than guitar. And then after moving to Hawaii around 12 years old, didn't play any music for my entire high school life, basically. And then as soon as I moved to Santa Barbara to go to college, a couple of my buddies from high school just started jamming, and there was a drum kit, and I was the guy to get on the drums. So that was basically the start.
Oh, that's so cool. So did you find it hard adjusting from the life on an island in Hawaii to the California lifestyle?
Not really, honestly, because Santa Barbara, California is similar to Hawaii in a lot of ways. It's got the mountains right there, the ocean. It's warm. It's a small town vibe, which is like Kona and most towns in Hawaii. So it was pretty easy.
Nice. Do you go back to Hawaii a lot?
I try to go back as much as possible. My family is there, so, whenever I'm out on the road touring or recording, that's my main goal, is to go see my family, basically.
Do you surf?
I do surf. I love surfing. It's a great outlet, aside from music. I think they kind of go hand in hand, music and surfing. It's nice to have that outlet when you get off the road.
Cool. Who were some of your mentors as far as the inspiration for your musical talent?
I'd say Black Uhuru, Sly and Robbie, the rhythm section, drum and bass. Growing up in Hawaii, reggae is basically the only thing you listen to over there. Bob Marley, all that was amazing. And then Ukla the Mock was definitely a big influence. Pepper, just those styles of drumming were pretty influential, I'd say, as far as our sound goes.
That's so cool. So when you said you started playing when you were in California, is this the band that you're with now, or how did you end up with Iration?
It was an old member of Iration who ended up leaving the band, and the keyboardist for Revolution. So it was like those two guys and me. Basically, it was two guitars, Rory on guitar, and our buddy Catlin, who is our current keyboarder's brother, who left the band to start a family. And then Rory obviously went to Revolution, and we just gained members from there. Basically, Micah and Adam came on, Kai Radisky, who also left the band. Basically, people from high school in Hawaii that we grew up with.
That's so cool. Do you read music, or is it just all by ear when you play?
No, I cannot read music. I've honestly only had like 3 lessons, and it's all ear. I had to learn everything on the go. I'm still learning constantly.
I hear you. Music, it's like math. It's just never ending, and there's always something new to learn. It's pretty amazing. Do you write songs with the band? Yeah,
I do. Lyrically, I don't really touch that. I leave that up to the Micahs. They're kind of the masterminds behind the lyrics and the chord structures and all that. But as far as the drum beats go, I kind of just serve the song like, we all get in a room together and we basically start from scratch, or Micah has an idea of some chords and like a verse or something, and we'll basically just take it from there, and whatever the vibe is, that kind of determines the sound of the rhythm and the drums and stuff.
I love that. Yeah. Have you ever had any embarrassing moments on stage, and if so, what was it?
Every night. Every night, of course. Yeah, there's always a little slip up here and there, but for the most part, crowd doesn't notice unless it's like a big time thing. A couple years ago, right when we basically wrote Reelin'. I think we were in New York, and I completely missed one of the changes, and it was just the whole band stopped and turned around, and I was just like, it was really awkward, and I felt like crap, and never did that again. So you obviously learn from your mistakes, but I try to keep the big blunders down to a minimum.
I hear you. It's just
definitely
one of those things. I don't think anybody could ever, not have something happen to them during a performance. It's just,
it can be slightly traumatizing. That's why you're like, I don't ever want to do that again. So figure out where I went wrong, and just do better the next time.
I hear you. You have a 6-piece. Do you still have the 6-piece Ludwig Vista Light set?
I do.
What do you tell us something that you love about it? Like why did you choose that set?
Because it's a legendary kit in music, and it's a vintage kit. It's a 1970s, so it has a sort of feel to it, and the acrylic makes this just loud and warm, punchy sound that is kind of untouchable. It's sort of in its own category of drums. Ever since I got it, I'd get a compliment every day about the sound out front. It's just an insane kit. I got it from a buddy, Greg, who used to be a drummer in Nashville, and he basically gave me a deal I couldn't, pass up, and I swooped the kit, and I've never looked back.
That's cool. So what did you play before that?
I had a Yamaha, and it was I think it's an Absolute Custom Birch, like a 10, 12, 14 tom, and a 22 kick. Super warm, good drum set, easy to tune, basically an industry standard for drum kits.
Very sweet. What would you say was the big moment where you guys got catapulted into the big time? Like, what was the big break?
I'd have to say that the Time Bomb album really kind of gave us a push. I mean, sold a lot of copies, and we had most of our most sort of iconic and outlasting songs that really kind of built our fan base and created our sound around that. And I think that kind of got us to the next level with, some of the tracks on that album. I mean, starting with Falling first previously, but Time Bomb really gave us a push, I think.
So did a label come approach you guys to cut the albums, or did you self-publish them first, or how did that work?
We did everything ourselves. Didn't really get approached. I mean, I think we shopped around to a few different places, but we wanted to keep it under our own label, so we just created our own label called Three Prong Productions.
Sweet.
And we've kept it all in-house, basically.
That's awesome. Just goes to show that you can get there self-publishing and, pushing yourself out there and getting everything recorded yourselves. It's just amazing what you can do today, which you really couldn't do 20 years ago. I mean, it was really hard to do.
Absolutely.
So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you use social media? Have you found that that's helped you guys a lot?
Absolutely. Social media has been paramount, I think, in us kind of being on an upward path. And, with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. We have a tech guy who works on all of our social media and basically times all these ads and, all of our publicity and stuff. So it works out. And, that's basically how we get all of our information out there is through social media.
Beautiful. And what are some of the names? Is it just Iration? What are the taglines so that I can actually put the links in the show notes for them to reach out to you guys out there?
Basically at Iration. Yep.
Cool. All right. I know you have a new single, Borderlines. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Borderlines is, that's, it's a different sound for us. It's a little bit more of a kind of rocky thing, but we never wanted to, when we get in the studio, we don't have we don't say we're going to write a reggae song. We just write a song, whatever comes out. And Borderlines came out, and it, it's kind of you can take it however you want, but I guess it's sort of a play on what's going on today in America and around the world with just people being displaced or, in a bad situation, I guess.
I hear you. They can pick a copy of that up on iTunes, or is that the best place for them to go?
Yeah, it would be on iTunes. I'm not sure if it's actually available yet, but yeah, iTunes.
Okay. I will try to find that and put a link on the show notes for that as well. So tell me, are you ready for the 11-stroke roll rapid fire interview?
As ready as I can be.
Okay.
I guess.
All right, here we go. Spender or saver?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Spender or saver?
Spender for sure.
Car or motorcycle?
Car.
Favorite food?
Mac and cheese.
Favorite size drumstick?
5B.
How many bricks or sticks would you say you used on a tour?
2.
Favorite person to hang out with?
My mother.
Favorite thing to do when you're not working?
Surfing.
Favorite tour?
Oh, man. Well, we've been touring for 10 years, and honestly, I think this summer with the Sounds of Summer tour with Slightly Stupid, J-Bug and the Movement was probably one of the most fun and best tours we've ever been on just because it was summer, the vibes were right, we had all of our buddies, you know, the shows were awesome. We were playing an hour set every night, so we were just playing the fire heater songs, and it was just a blast.
Oh, that sounds fun. Favorite travel spot?
Hawaii.
Your favorite genre of music to listen to when you're not at work?
I'd say rock and roll.
And what is your biggest pet peeve?
Bad drivers.
I agree with that one. Well, Joseph, thank you for playing along. Tell me, you are playing 2 shows back-to-back, yesterday and today. Is that something that you guys do often?
Not very often, only in certain markets. St. Pete, we've just recently started doing back-to-back shows, I think maybe over the last couple of years, because the market's grown and it's been so big, and St. Pete is a great market for a lot of bands. So that's definitely one of the first places we did back-to-back shows, aside from a couple places in California.
Oh, that's so cool, because I rarely ever hear that. So I was really happy to see that you guys do that. That was very cool.
Yeah, it's a very, very... We feel very blessed, and we're thankful to be able to have this opportunity.
So where are you guys headed next?
We got the day off tomorrow, and I think we're going to go to Jack's Beach, have a beach day. Everybody's going to relax. I think half the guys are going to golf. Half of us are going to try and get in the ocean. And
very
cool.
That's
about it.
So when does the tour end?
It ends on the 18th of November. We play in Arizona, and then we head over to Del Mar in California, and that's our last show. And we're back to Santa Barbara, and then, you know, maybe a week off, and then we got to get back in the studio, finish a few more songs, and then it's vacation time for everybody.
Nice. So you think the album will be out early next year?
Yes, that is what we're shooting for. No date yet, but we're definitely trying to wrap it up and get it out there for sure.
Cool. Definitely let me know so that I can definitely let them know and put a link to it so that they can grab a copy firsthand.
Absolutely.
So tell me, Joseph, I know if you could change anything and do it over again, is there anything differently that you would have done in the business, or if you have any advice that you can offer to those listening who are looking to really catapult themselves into the industry that maybe you can offer them?
I'd say as far as an individual and as a musician, I'd say work on your craft, take music lessons, try and get better, try and be the best drummer, guitar player, whatever you can be. You know, that's one thing I've had to deal with as far as like us getting to bigger and bigger level over the years is trying to keep up with the pace of the musicality and just, you know, be as good as the level we're at.
Awesome. That's really fantastic advice. Thank you so much. I love that.
For sure.
Well, Joe, it looks like our time is almost up for today. Again, I want to thank you for being here. It really means the world to me. I really, really, really appreciate that.
No worries. That was awesome. Of course. It was my pleasure. I had a great time. Never had such a fun drum interview.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, I wish you a lot of luck on the show tonight, and I look forward to seeing you guys out there. And if you ever need anything here in the St. Pete, Clearwater area, just drop me a line.
Will do, and I'll see you tonight.
Have a great one.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. To you lovelies out there listening, be sure you check out the link in the show notes, and don't forget to also pick up a copy of his latest single. And please be sure to subscribe, and if you like this episode, please share it on your social media channels. We're on iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, FM Player, Google Play, TuneIn, and at the website, www.littledrummergirl.com. And while you're there, be sure to get a copy of the Ultimate Travel Checklist and never leave another thing behind when you hit the road. Remember, it's never too late to begin to live the life of your dreams. So rock on and rock out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Ciao for now.